Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching The Political Vigilante. Oh, I'm going to have a drink of water in my nice new PV mug with a blue interior. You can get one that's just white. Oh, that tastes like shaved knuckle justice. You can get this logo right here on shirts. There's t-shirts, all kinds of cool stuff. Support our show at grahamelwood.com. We're now going into our third month of demonetization from the CIA overlords at YouTube. So support what we do at grahamelwood.com or get the bonus content. Get the bonus content at Patreon or rockfin.com. Because I want to talk about so Joe Biden's like, we're going to pull out of Afghanistan. Now, we've heard this. We are in our 19th, almost 20th year. We're going to hit the 20-year anniversary in October of this year. We've been at war in Afghanistan for almost 20 years. It would be like if we were still fighting the Japanese in 1961, 20 years after Pearl Harbor, 20 years after 9/11. So this historic agreement happened a year ago. U.S. and Taliban signed a historic agreement. And Joe Biden has said, we're going to get in. Part of this agreement was, this is a year ago, a little over a year ago, May 1st, 2021. So all these contracts were still signed after this agreement. And now what is the corporate media saying? The corporate media is worried, there might be lawsuits. Not that we're still bombing people. We're still spending American tax dollars on bombs. We're destroying people's lives in Afghanistan. Soldiers are coming home with PTSD and still dying and, permanent physical injuries. 22 vets a day commit suicide. None of that is in this article, as shocking as it may believe. CNN, Pentagon could open itself to costly litigation for contractors if U.S. pulls out of Afghanistan this year. Oh, it's this old argument. Oren Lieberman. I don't know who this guy is, but I bet you he gets money from the military industrial complex. We know CNN does. So the crux of this argument by the corporate media that is funded by the military industrial complex is we might get lawsuits if we pull out. And it's still this like, boy, don't pull out too soon. We've been there 20 years. Just get out. We're done. It's over. We signed this agreement a year ago. The Taliban's, we're done. Everyone wants us out. Nobody wants us there at all. Oh, except the military contractors, because they make a crazy amount of money. They bill the government like 3 times what. It's insane. When I was in Afghanistan for the first time in 2004, soldiers called KBR, which is a division of Halliburton, they called it Keep Bush Rich. And the soldiers were like, yeah, we're not big fans of the contractors. And I said, why? This is in my movie, Afghanistan. Said, they do the same jobs that we do, but they get paid a whole lot more. Yeah. They don't have to follow rules of engagement, and they can triple bill the United States. So literally, I'm just picking a round number, but you'd pay, a soldier, $50,000 a year to do this job in Afghanistan. Oh, the contractor gets $150,000 a year. So that's what this is all about. Keeping the gravy. And nowhere in this article, CNN would never, ever, ever put an article out going, why are we still in Afghanistan? But even in this article, they just do the like, well, this is the reporting on it. I'm going to show you. They signed defense contracts after the Doha agreement that said we're pulling everybody out by May 1st, 2021. They're just like, nah, we're staying. Yeah, we'll see about that. We'll just have a bombing and something. We'll do another false flag. We'll just say, oh, it's dangerous. Oh, it's Taliban's on the, watch. There's going to be some Taliban on the upsurge story coming up if they really start talking about pulling people out. But Biden is already like, well, we'll try to get them out by the end of the year. So already May 1st, they keep pushing that back. Yeah, because it's when you're in war for 20 years, it's just hard to know when to finish. Jesus. The Department of Defense issued nearly $1 billion in contracts to 17 different companies related to work in Afghanistan past the withdrawal date. Past. There are currently some 18,000 contractors in the country, of which 6,350 are American citizens. With the deadline rapidly approaching and no formal decision from the White House, the future of the contracts, some of which have completion dates in 2023 and beyond, remains unclear. The balls of the defense contractors. We got to be out by 2021. No, we don't. We'll just sign a contract. This contract's good through 2023. If they have $1 billion worth of contracts, they're going to have a barrel full of lawsuits. So the worst part about this is lawsuits, just to show you how the United Corporations of America really thinks. They don't care about human life. They don't care about 22 vets a day committing suicide. They don't care about the fact that we have a crumbling infrastructure in this country, but we always got money for bombs. In this new latest stimulus bill, it's pulling people out of poverty. No, it's not. It's a $1,400 check. I still haven't got mine. It's a $1,400 check. It's unemployment through September. It's a one-time tax credit if you have kids. There's no $15 an hour minimum wage. There's no Medicare for all. There's no student debt forgiveness. 3 things Biden could do with executive order. Well, $15 an hour minimum wage he couldn't do by executive order. Medicare for all and student debt forgiveness he absolutely could. Absolutely. But now we're worried about lawsuits because we're going to get out of a war that we should have been out of 15 years ago. A barrel full of lawsuits on their hands unless they're willing to settle for whatever amount the contractors can ask for, said Dov Zakim, the former chief financial officer for the Defense Department. So the minute this lawsuit thing, lawsuits, then, hey, there it is. Biden says he can't picture U.S. troops being in Afghanistan next year. I can't picture it. How come he's not saying, no, May 1st? The minute I got sworn in, I was going to uphold the May 1st pullout. That's happening. But that's all Biden does. $2,000 checks out the door. The minute I'm sworn in, he bombed Syria first. Then they finally signed the stimulus plan. I still haven't got my $1,400 checks. But this is March 25th, a little over a week ago. Can't picture U.S. troops being in Afghanistan. I can't picture it. I'm the commander in chief. I could pull them all out by May 1st as agreed upon, but I just can't picture. I don't know. They might still be there. I don't know. And you would think the contractors would be like, yeah, we need to get out. But they're more worried about lawsuits because they don't care that more contractors have died than U.S. troops. Are you kidding me? Since the beginning of America's longest war, which this should be, the media should be screaming this every day. Did Rachel Maddow talk about that for 4 years? No, she talked about Russia. They should be screaming about this. How many trillions of dollars have we spent that could have gone for America? You got kids going to a crappy school. You have a dilapidated anything where you live. Blame just this war alone could have paid for it. Out of control homeless problem. This war alone could have paid for it. Not to mention all the other bombing and nonsense we're doing. We've outspent the next 10 countries, our military budget, the next 10 countries combined. Just this war alone has wasted more lives, money, resources, time. But contractors have paid the highest price. According to the Washington Post Afghan papers, remember this thing that came out and the media talked about it for a day or two and then we haven't heard since? We stopped talking about it. 3,800 contractors have been killed in Afghanistan as of late 2019, as opposed to approximately 2,300 troops. Over 1,500 more contractors have died. Shouldn't the contractors be like, we got to get out of there? And here's some more staggering numbers that I wasn't aware of. At the height of the Afghanistan troop surge between 2011 and 2012, Obama's second end of first term, there were 99,000 U.S. service members in the country and 117,000 contractors, according to data from the Congressional Research. $17,000 more almost. That's insane. So we had over 217,000 people in Afghanistan during the surge. And that didn't win the war. We should be like, oh, remember Obama did the surge and the contractors and it's over. Taliban's out of power. They have a nice thriving democracy. It's great. Americans can travel there the way we can fly to, Vietnam. Vietnam is like, Americans can fly there. Tourists can go there. That's what should be happening in Afghanistan now. 20 years since the invasion, now Americans can go there. There's schools, women got more rights, because that's what America really did. We built schools for them, and we got the Taliban out of power, and women are in government now. And that's what America did. Trillions of dollars, 200,000 people. No, nothing. There are now approximately 2,500 troops in Afghanistan, but 18,000 contractors. So almost 8 times as many. Seven times as many. That's 7 times as many contractors today, right now. But still more like, boy, if we pull out too soon, really? Is this making a difference? Tell me how this is making a difference. We had 20,000 people in there. That didn't make a difference. So what is 2,500 and 18,000 contractors going to do? $20,500 contractors in military? That's going to turn the tide? 200,000 didn't. I don't want to hear it. So you have 90% less people on the ground there, and you're telling me we still need to stay? Who's going to tell you that? Oh, just take a guess. Should the withdrawal come to pass, SIGAR, that's the Strategic Command in Afghanistan name, and many others believe this may be more devastating to the effectiveness of the Afghan security forces. How? They couldn't be effective when they had 200,000 people there. How is 20,000 people going to make them effective? What the hell is it? What does it matter? And why are we spending this money? Why, after 20 years, Afghanistan can't figure their own shit out? Why is this our problem? Oh, we don't want terrorism to foster. Oh, God. Why don't we worry about domestic terrorists first? Why don't we worry about the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers and these gun-toting psychos that are right here in America? They're way more of a threat than this. The effectiveness of the Afghan security forces and the survival of the Afghan state as we know it than the withdrawal of our remaining military forces. So there's always this is going to come. It's going to destabilize the region. Get ready for that. If I had to destabilize the region, on my bingo, I would be winning. Bingo, destabilize the region. I had it. I had destabilized the region in my pool. I heard, too early withdrawal. I had, destabilize the region. I won the whole thing. It's fantastic. Here's the real reason. Johnny destabilized the region. This is what he had in his pool. On March 12th, exactly 50 days before the May 1 deadline, the Defense Department signed a contract with Textron Systems Corp for $9.7 million for force protection efforts at Bagram Air Base in Afghanistan. I've been to Bagram. This is money. We are bombing and killing poor people that don't deserve this. We are destroying our own country. We have ruined Americans' lives and families' lives. And how many vets have come home hooked on drugs or have PTSD and the VA just pumps them full of narcotics? How I just want you to go around wherever you live and you see anything, any infrastructure that a school that could use more money, a road, a bridge. Why don't you have a train, high-speed rail, better public transportation? Any of those things, you could have them if not for this never-ending war in Afghanistan. March 12th, this is under Biden. So when Biden says, I can't picture it next year, but I can sign a contract 50 days before this deal is supposed to be done, 50 days before it was signed that we're pulling out May 1st. We're pulling out May 1st. Well, still sign the contract because we don't want to walk away from $9.7 million. God, they're so full of it, man. They're so full of it. Oh, to quote Apocalypse Now, the bullshit in Vietnam stacked so high you needed wings to fly above it. Afghanistan is 10 times worse than Vietnam. 10 times worse. We'll just keep fighting. All right. You come here for the truth. The corporate media spews bullshit. I dig through it. What did I do? I followed the money. I connected the dots. That's why they want to stay in Afghanistan. It's for money for defense contractors. They don't care if people die. They don't care if we don't have money for social services. They don't care if America's society and infrastructure is collapsing. They don't care. They just want their money in their stock portfolio. That's it. That's it. Follow the money, connect the dots, get the truth. Thanks for watching the show, everybody. Keep supporting what we're doing. My name's Graham Elwood. Thanks for watching. Shave your knuckles for justice. Ba-boom. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please hit the like button, the subscribe button. Go to patreon.com/Graham Elwood and rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, where you can support the show. Also, I have a Bitcoin wallet, a Bitcoin Cash wallet, and an Ethereum wallet in the show notes. We're taking cryptocurrency. I have a Coinbase affiliation link. We're going to be getting on some other exchanges. So that's how you support the show. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. YouTube is unsubscribing us at an alarming rate. I have a PayPal button at GrahamElwood.com. I even have a Venmo at Graham-Elwood. There's a lot of ways to support our show. We are getting crushed by YouTube. We've dipped under 73,000 subscribers because of YouTube. Thanks for supporting what we do.